Good morning, everybody. Welcome back once again to Pro Vibe Garage. I'm Jamie. This is Mara. If you've been following along, you may know Mara as my 69 Charger. And today I've got a fun build that I'm going to start. Probably a multiple day build, but hopefully one video for you. So stay tuned and we'll get right to it. So like I said, today's going to start a fun build, and it's something that I didn't want the original look for. It's something that I wanted a bit more of a custom look to go with the custom seats I put in there. Again, this is from a newer car. I went on a junkyard date with the wife over the long weekend and picked up this center console from a 2014 Dodge Dart. Okay, here is the center console I got from that 2014 Dodge Dart. I like this. It's got some leather on there and the plastic is black, so it will match the interior of my Charger. I really wanted the cup holder. Since I have a pedal instead of the emergency brake here, I will probably change that to a change bucket or something. Manual transmission I plan to put in, so I'll get rid of the automatic transmission area here and modify this. And then this part here, I will cut it so it fits underneath the dash and the ashtray on the 69 Charger, and I will mount my CB radio in there and eventually modify these little kick plates. So I've got some fun ahead of me, and yeah, let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do is start modifying and cutting the bottom to fit over the transmission tunnel, and then start measuring to cut this area here. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a break, and we went for an early dinner with my wife and kids to my in-laws, Easter dinner. Not a bad thing. I get along with my in-laws, so it was a good time. But yeah, back to work. I've now got the center console cut at the back, so it was straight when I got it. Now it's contoured to the shape of the transmission tunnel. That's fitting nice there. I've got it in a spot where I think a shifter would be comfortable. And now I'm going to take this front clip here where in the Dart, this was the temperature controls. I don't need that. It's too high up. It's about here. I'm going to cut it here, this piece. I'm going to cut it about the top of this little piece here, right under the ashtray, and scribe it across the back here, and then I'll hollow this piece out here. That is where my CB radio is going to be housed. That will have also an external speaker when I'm done, up to this 4x10 area here, which I'm not using for the stereo. I've got nice new speakers all over the place, so I'll still be able to use that. Speaker comes tomorrow in the mail. And yeah, then I'm gonna go and put these two pieces together and figure out my lines and start cutting. Okay, I've got a line scribed across where I'm going to cut it. My trusty vibrator. And just, I'm going to do a straight, clean cut right across, and then I'll fix up my mess after. Okay, I got that cut, and gonna do a quick fitment, see how it looks. Okay, it did not work out. Height-wise, it worked, but finished look, it was quite a bit forward into the cab than I thought it was gonna be, and I don't know why I didn't think about it, but I now have to go a different route, and I'm gonna make my own little front console piece, and we'll go from there. So I'll turn this around and I'll show you what I mean. So what happened was this piece here came up, and then it was probably about that much further into the interior than I thought. I for some reason, I don't know why I thought it was going to do this more. I'm an idiot. But so now what I'm going to do is I will take the same kind of idea. I will rake it back quite a bit more, so it actually now will, instead of coming up like this, like it was doing, I'll rake that farther back so it actually meets right up with this, and I'll make my own piece that will just have little wings that come down to hide this on both sides, and then it'll be flat right across here. So that's going to be a little bit more fun, and I think it'll look a lot better anyways. Rather than have that rounded little piece here, it'll flatten right across so I can put my CB in there. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'll make it work. With a piece of cardboard, I cut a very basic shape. I've got the rake that I want. I'm going to start transferring this over to, I believe it's 1/8 inch MDF, and I'm going to start building a new frame based off of this so it'll fit to this. Using the actual center console, I got my pattern traced out on the MDF that I have. I have now gone and hooked up my CB, found that, and it works still. And now I have cut the spot that I'm going to put it in. Eventually, I'm going to make a bracket behind it. It'll sit here, just coming out somewhere about like that, somewhat facing up. And I'll put a little piece of trim around that. That'll look real nice. Haven't used this CB in years, so I'm glad to see that it's still working. Okay, back to it. Okay, new course of action. I've got a chunk of discarded rigid foam. I'm going to use it to make patterns that I'll cut out and shape. It's windy out, I know. Into the rising parts beside the CB radio. So let's see if I can do it. There's the first piece. I've got that cut, and it will sit here. And now it's much too thick. I'm going to start profiling that so it'll fit where I want it, and start carving that, curving that, and eventually I will have the size and shape that I want, and I will make a buck out of that to form probably fiberglass and make it so it'll actually fit and click into place and be removable if I really need to. That's my thought now. That might change if I find it a little too difficult. I'll make it just sit in place and screw it in from the back or something, and then if I ever need to get behind it, I'll have to pull the whole thing out. So we'll see. As of now, I'm just going to sit there and keep carving away, and hopefully be able to get it into something that'll work for me. All right, passenger side, general shape is sanded down, carved out, and fitting nice. You can see where that's gonna go. And I'll create another little pattern piece that'll go on the bottom of that to hide up the frame as well as the back, and tie it all together and make it look like a nice proper piece. And then off to the driver's side. And once that's done, hopefully I can figure out how to make it into a buck or a mold to cast in fiberglass. And yeah, we're off to the races. Okay. So it's been about 4 days since I've done anything on this. It was nice weather, and then it got cold, and then it snowed, and we got a few inches of snow. that kind of put a hold on everything. So now is the first day that has been nice for a little bit, and I'm going to start working on this center console again, but I got to kind of keep it down a little. It seems that with the nice weather, all my neighbors are out working on their vehicles too, so it's a little odd, but yeah, I'll do some little updates here and see where it goes. Another thing I think I'm going to do is, because these don't line up very nice, I'm going to create my own little design in here. So you see this hole underneath, it will kind of have a scalloped kind of look going through here, because there's a lot of nice curves and everything in here. I'll try and replicate something up in here too. Something like this kind of shape, and just have it inset a little bit so there's a little indent, little groove built into it. I think that'll look nice. And to replicate it on the other side, I think it looks good. So this is probably going to be my last little update on this project today. I'm liking how it's turning out. Tomorrow I'm heading into the city. I live in a little town, so the materials I need aren't in any stores that are near me. So tomorrow I'm heading into town. I will grab some fiberglass resin. I think I might have some sheets still, but I'll take a look for that first. Anyways, this is where it sits as of right now. So my CB will be cut into that. I'll make a faceplate over that, make it look nice. A bracket behind this that will hold it where I want it. And eventually this will be replaced for a manual shifter, which I plan to forge my own pistol grip shifter. So exciting times coming. But yeah, so this is going to be the end of this part of this video. I'm going to do a second part when I start doing the fiberglass work, and probably a few parts for that. It'll be fiberglass and then electronics installation and whatnot. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, check out my other videos if you already haven't, and you know, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.